Okay, so I've heard a bunch of you saying that, oh, heat is not the issue, I don't have the problem with heat. It is ROG Ally that ruined my card, and I just happen to have a bunch of SD cards here. These are the older ones, so some of them are microSDXC, some of them are just SanDisk cards. I mainly have SanDisk cards, and the current card I'm using is this one, SanDisk Ultra 1TB A1. I used to use it on my INO Air. It works just fine, and I didn't reformat it after using it. So I formatted it on my INO Air, and then I just plug it in to my ROG Ally, and it just worked fine, and I've been using it for a month and there's no problem. And I used to use it on my INO Air for more than 7 months, and then before that I also use it on my Switch. So this one is very reliable to me. And then there are a few cards I saw people saying that SanDisk Extreme A2 doesn't work, and I also saw people saying that Samsung would work on ROG Ally. So I'm here to test them. I'm not sure if my ROG Ally is going to destroy these cards, but I also know that some people saying that there are problems with formatting. So if you put the cards on your ROG Ally, it will have problems to format it in the right drives, or some people said that it will flickers. So I think that a formatting problem is different from SD card slot problems, and there is a simple fix by using AOMEI, which is a free software, and I will put down the link in the description box. And you can also use EaseUS Partition Manager. That is the application that I used to use a lot. But basically, the idea is that you delete the wrong volume or the faulty volume, and then to change the memory of the drive that you want to use, and then or you can also reformat it. So that's pretty much all I want to talk about that, and we can start testing the cards right now. So in this video, I'm going to check whether these cards are readable or not. I'm not going to really use them or format them. So bear that in mind, and I will start testing it from some older card. First of all, this card, I don't even know where it comes from. This is a Class 6 microSDXC 8GB. Okay, so I'm going to put it in my device. Okay, it's here. All things readable. Looks fine. Okay, let's try another card. Okay, now we can test another card. This is from Toshiba, microSDXC 4GB. Plug it in. So this was used on my Nintendo 3DS a while ago, so it is readable, works fine. Okay, another card. Let's eject it first. Okay. Next, SanDisk Edge 16GB microSDXC Class 1. Okay, you can hear that it is connected, and you see this is my folder for my Nintendo Switch, and it just worked fine. And let's test another card. Okay, so we have tested 3 cards so far. Those are the older ones, and it just worked fine. And next, King Max Pro 16GB class 1 microSDXC. So the cards that I've been testing are all microSDXC. Okay, next one. There's nothing inside, but yes, it worked. So we have tested 4 cards, and all of them are microSDXC. And they are in different classes. For example, this one is class 1, but this one here is class 6. This one here, class 4. So it seems like micro SDHC is workable for like different classes. The next thing we are going to check is SanDisk card. SanDisk card. This is microSDXC class 10. SanDisk Ultra 64GB. Okay, let's plug it in. It works. It's another card I used to put in my Nintendo Switch. Okay. Next. Another SanDisk Ultra Class 10 A1 microSDXC1. Another 64GB. Okay. I didn't hear that sound. Okay, is that okay? It also worked. This is another card on my Nintendo Switch. Okay, so far so good for the SanDisk cards as well. Let's move on to the next card. Sorry if the camera is kind of shaking because my cat is luring under the stand of my phone. Okay. Okay, next card. This is Transcend Premium 400X. I have no idea where I got it. It is also a microSDXC 10 class 10. Let's see if that works. Okay, looks great. It works. Okay. Let's test another card. So I think these 2 cards would be more interesting for people because I think people are getting larger cards like 256. Sorry, my cat's fighting at my back. Okay, anyway, let's plug it in. Okay, it works. No. Okay. This is also SanDisk, and it worked. Let's see what that card was. Okay. Okay, this was the SanDisk Ultra 256 Class 10A1 microSDXC one. Last card I have, Samsung Evo Plus. Let's see if we can see it better. Focus. Okay, I can't make it focus, so I will read it for you. This is actually microSDXC class 3. Okay, let's plug it in. It worked. It was on my 2DS. Just work. Great. Okay, so every card I have tested here are the older ones. I do not have any A2 card, but let's see. Let me eject it first. So last but not least, I'm going to show you my daily card. Again, this is the card I'm using, SanDisk Ultra 1TB, micro SDXC1, class 10 A1. So plug in, and this is the one I use for emulation. Okay. So yeah, I mean, so far every card I have here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The one in my ROG Ally currently works just fine. It is readable. I can read the documents, and I just want to say that I see people having problems to format it within ROG Ally, and I would say if you're buying a brand new card and you just don't want to have problems with the formatting, you can just format it on your phone with a card reader. For example, there are card readers that you can plug to your iPhone. So if this is what you need, you can buy that. It is not that expensive. And there are card readers that support, for example, this one. You can have a card reader slot, and it has a USB-C plug-in, so you can also plug it to your phone to format the card. Another thing that you may realize is that all the cards are used, most of them were used on Nintendo devices. So if you have a Switch with you, you can also plug the card onto your Switch and format it once before you use it on your ROG Ally, and you can just delete the Nintendo file that you have, and you can rename it within the Windows system. So I still think that this SD card slot issue, part of them is because of the thermal stress, and part of it could be the compatibility with different types of SD cards. I suggest you, if you are going to buy any card, just buy something with A1, because I have read enough comments saying that SanDisk A2 cards are not going to work, and well, I have nothing to prove it, so I'm not sure, but the one thing I can say is that A1 cards are totally readable if your SD card slot is normal. So I think if you do not stress it under heat and your SD card slot is normal, then it should read A1 cards. Based on my test here, I have 10 samples. So other than that, if you have watched my previous video, I talk about how to prevent a heat issue that may damage your SD card slot. And if your SD card slot is still working normally, then you should also pay attention to what I said in my previous video. And if your SD card slot is dead, then you may also want to look into the possibility of A1 cards or microSDXC1 cards. Or microSDHC. These are just older cards, so they are actually cheaper, and I have various brands here. I don't see a difference in the brands, so avoid A2 card. And if it is necessary, I can also do a tutorial on how to reformat or delete the unnecessary volumes on your SD cards in AOMEI or other software that you can use. So that's pretty much about this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!